Hey kid, let me give you some advice. Work hard out there. Act like a gentleman. Keep it simple. Be humble. Respect your elders. Hit the gym. Get a real job. Stay in school. Finish your chest. Keep your head up.
Once was a kid, all I had was a dream. More money, more problems. When I get it, I'ma pile it up. Now I'm dope with the bread we can toast. So fresh how we flow, everybody get their style from us. Once was a kid with the other little kids. Now I'm ripping up shows and the fans go wild with us. Tell mommy I'm sorry, this life is a party. I'm never growing up. Was a kid, all I had was a dream. More money, more problems. When I get it, I'ma pile it up. Now I'm dope with the bread we can toast. So fresh how we flow, everybody get their style from us. Was a kid with the other little kids. Now I'm ripping up shows and the fans go wild with us. Tell mommy I'm sorry, this life is a party. I'm never growing up. I'm never growing up.
Indie job matchup between the Buffalo Tempest and your Iron City Force. Now it's time for the Buffalo Tempest. Starting for 72, Ricky Perez. Forward, number 26, Sean Stewart. Forward, number 90, Matt Stewart. Starting the next year, for tonight, number 25, Brian Russell. Forward,
I think you're okay. A little bit if you would. I think you're okay there.
forward, Chris. And now your Seaboard. Starting forward, and your captain for tonight, number 21, Ryan Dixon. Forward, number 6, Ricky Crum. Forward, number 81, Michael Giller. Starting defense, number 12, Alex Brown. Defense, number 15, Garrett Rupert. And in that for tonight, number 29, Carson Barker. Now, if you're able to, please rise and move your caps to the ring for our national anthem. I thought someone was me.
Welcome into Frozen Pond Arena. We're back live here after a month's break here from Frozen Pond Arena as the Iron City Forge return home to take on the Buffalo Tempest for a 2-game matchup starting here tonight and back at it again tomorrow afternoon. Last time the Forge were in action were against these Buffalo Tempests just a few weeks ago in Buffalo, New York, where both teams each getting a win in that matchup, both looking to get an upper hand on the other in this late 2025 matchup. Buffalo coming into this game 4-5-1. Forge coming in 3-3 after a missed weekend against Summit City. Puck is down, and here we go. Down to our left, Carson Burkhardt gets the start. 0-2 this season, 6 goals against average, an .889 save percentage. As for Buffalo, Chris Burkle is going to get the nod. Has been nothing short of phenomenal this year for the Tempest. 4-3 with a 402 goals against, an .892 save percentage. The defending champions looking to hold themselves at the top of the APHL once again. Iron City, 1 win in their last 4 matchups after sweeping Thousand Island to start the season, getting swept by Thousand Island 2 weekends later, and then, of course, the aforementioned split with Buffalo. In the corner, Garrett Rupert wrestling away here. Out it comes Sean Stewart, one of the star new additions of this Tempest offense. After a couple players out of the line, Clint Spencer Hernstack, they're looking for a spark. And Stewart, one of the main guys to take charge in his couple of games, 5 goals, 12 points, including a shorthanded goal. Brother of Matt Stewart, both of them been a dynamic duo playing on a line here together as that puck heads out of play. Line changes for both sides here. Here in the opening 34 seconds of play. Iron City running with 10 forwards, 6 defensemen tonight. Buffalo with a full 18 skaters. Coach tonight for Iron City is Joe Coulter, getting injured in that Buffalo matchup. Will take the reins as head coach, missing the last couple of games. In the corner is Daniel Schmidt. Wrestling there, Jason Melanson plays it underneath. It's Alan Reifenberg. Tries to go around looking for Richie Doyle on the clearing attempt. Beating him there are the Tempest and Corey Kiffner. Down to the point, Wilkins. Intercepted pass, A.J. Bellman with a break the other way. Bellman dangles one to his backhand. Gets pushed off the puck there by Brian Loso underneath now to Richie Doyle. Doyle up the boards to Reifenberg. Down one, wanting Doyle once more. Doyle, a big frame, not afraid to throw his weight around. Over for Bellman, a shot glove saved by Barkle, and he'll hold on. Richie Doyle parked in front of the net. Looking for a dirty goal. It's a big bite to move out of the way. A lot of returners on this Tempest roster, 21 in total, after winning the Governor's Cup last season. On the faceoff, it's Bellman to Sokolsky. The point to Cunningham. Back to Sokolsky. A shot pushed wide of the net. Cunningham races to it first. Shuffles this one down the wanting Doyle. In front, loose puck. Doyle will get to it, a turning chance, and cleared away by Moses Ventura, one of the veterans of this Tempest blue line. Sokolsky looking to go back. Tempest will take it away. Michael Houlihan dances to the outside. Houlihan looking to go cross crease. A play in front for Kiffner to no avail. Jake Aqua had a phenomenal first weekend for Ryan City, one of the rookies, the many rookies, I could say, of this Forge lineup. Sends this one down low. Around the net has Noah Chris. Chris knocked off the puck. As the Tempest look to take up ice now. Call to two to Jason Melanson. To the middle, on stick of Garrett Downey, as him and Cunningham exchange some pleasantries. The Forge on the attack the other way, broken up by Carlisle, and now Denny Bolu leads the rush. As Chase Fry elects the shot, and a glove saved by Burkle. Five newcomers in the lineup this season, or in this matchup, I should say, for the Tempest. As mentioned, Sean Stewart, as well as Garrett Downey, have been phenomenal in being some spark plugs for the Buffalo offense. Garrett Rupert sends this one around. Wanting Noah Chris in the corner. He gets taken down hard by Downey. Digging for it, out comes Alec Krause looking to the middle. Skylar Bristly is there. Bristly, number 92, leads his way up and sends it into the zone. Krause first one back to Chris. Those two play catch. Now caught along the half circle. Krause, or Rupert, excuse me, gets that stripped. Forge will clear, and this will be enough for an icing. 16:54 here in period one. Shots favoring the home side 3-2 thus far. Back up tonight for Iron City is Nick Lyon. Has not yet to appear in a game. Was the backup in the Buffalo series. Now we'll get that call again tonight. Maybe we see him make his debut tomorrow. Face-off one for Iron City. Denny Bolu. Around for Rupert. To the point. Losel keeps it alive. Shuffles this one down low. Wanting Aaron Ventura gets knocked off the puck. Ventura and Cunningham did drop the mitts at the end of last year's contest. We'll see if something similar takes place. As you know, the Ventura brothers are not afraid to drop the mitts. Both of them skilled in every aspect of the game. Here's Tom Howlett. We'll chip this one in. Both teams go for a change. As mentioned, Iron City a little shorthanded. Has to be a little bit more careful on these changes. To the point, Losel. Through some sticks. Howlett getting a piece of it. Pushed off in the corner. Reifenberg rustles it away. Gives it up for Michael Keller, the leading Iron City goal scorer. Has been on another level this season. 11 goals, 21 points in 6 games thus far. Dixon with a tip. Keller will race that one down. First to it. As referees whistle dead behind the play for an icing. Keller none too pleased as this has to go all the way down. So they're going center ice. Dixon arguing for a tip. One referee agrees, hence why this is going to center ice. This line right here for Iron City has produced a lot of the offense. Dixon, Crum, and Keller, and they look to do the same here today. Keller will just put this one on net. He can get the whistle, and the Forge with an offensive zone chance. Chris Burkle, as for mentioned in that backup tonight, is Gianni Dalton. Another one of those veterans has been around. We've seen this Forge squad, a part of that championship team last year. Face-off one by the Tempest. Kyle Wilkins goes underneath. Keller there to intercept. Puts one on net. Saved by Burkle. Underneath goes Sean Stewart. Up the boards. As Matt Stewart bounces off his stick. Reifenberg back for Iron City. Reifenberg feeling the pressure. Wants to skate himself. Blocked away by Ricky Perez. Over to Stewart. In the middle for Sean Stewart. A shot. Dan Schmidt getting a piece of it. Back in the middle, Matt Stewart couldn't receive the pass, and Wilkins will recollect at center ice. Turnover, Bellman fresh off the bench. Will hold up at the top of the circle. Looks for Manock, what a shot, and deflection by Keller almost to the back of the net. Keller, turning chance, stick save made. Bellman. It's knocked off the puck, there to receive is Sean Stewart. Couldn't clear. Bellman, holding. Wouldn't pull the shot away. Doyle to receive it in the corner. Wrestling with Perez. Perez. Hands on the pass attempt. Loso to pick up his loose change. Go D to Wilkins as both teams trying to settle. Wilkins. Intercepted pass to Sokolsky. Sokolsky reaching around Wilkins. Those two will push it off into the boards. Doyle puts one on, saved by Burkle. Sean Stewart in a lengthy ship for this first line. Gets it out to center to Matt Stewart. Deflects it to Perez. Perez with a chance, working one-on-one. Can't get around Aqua. Aqua, the speedy defenseman. Gets it to center, taps it to the zone, and finally the Iron City defense can change. Sokolsky to Bellman. Bellman waiting. Shot, pad save, Burkle. Bellman. Spinning with it the blue line. Evades a couple of Tempest defenders. All along the boards. Cunningham down there as well. Tempest have a break. It's a 3-on-1. Melanson holding. Alexa shot. He scores. Jason Melanson, 5th goal of the season, and the Tempest take a 1-0 lead. What a goal from Jason Melanson. Has been a threat all season long and has been a thorn in the Forge side for the last 2 seasons to give the Tempest a 1-0 lead. What a goal from Melanson. We go back live. Kraus goes for the clear. Ventura couldn't keep it in. We turn over to Delosier. Tried to find Noah Chris. This one too far and an icing here on the Forge. Melanson last season, a 60-point campaign. Not surprising one bit to see him on the board here early. He said has been a problem for Iron City over the last 2 seasons. Offensive zone draw for Buffalo. Garrett Downey against Denny Bowler. Downey face-off win. Shot off the draw. I believe Burkhart maybe got a piece of it. Drisley trying to go down low to Theo Colvin. This one will work its way to center ice. Kyle Dominsack is back. Banks it off the wall. Bowler. D to Rupert. Another one of those big, tall defensemen Iron City acquired in the offseason. Still looking for his first goal of his APHL career. Buffalo looking to set up. Trying to go cross ice with a tip to no avail. Underneath, takes a weird bounce off the boards as Skylar Brisley looking like an A+ opportunity. Noah Chris banks off the wall to Bolu. Bolu trying to gain some separation. Garrett Downey all over him. Skylar Brisley, drop pass. Carlisle, shot blocked by Reifenberg. Sent underneath. Downey, right on top of the left circle. Broken up by Ricky Thrum. Will bounce off the Iron City wall. Michael Keller gets hit away by Downey. Buffalo goes for a change. Losel, D with the inside. Forward for Downey. Downey to the backhand, works his way in. A shot going upstairs. It's piece in the netting and will eventually be called out of play. Official goal reads Jason Melanson's 5th of the season, assisted by Paul Tattoo. Here in period number 1. Face-off win for Tempest. Wilkins a shot through traffic. Ventura parked in front. The office, Aaron Ventura makes his money. Has yet to find the back of the net this season and almost helping his defense get a goal there as that one rings off the iron. Ventura back. Low soul pickpocketed by Keller as Ventura on his behind. Keller wrestling with Wilkins on a penalty coming up. This one will be on Keller for a hold. So Buffalo's going to head to the power play as they quickly get Burkle off the ice. Who will be covered up here by Burkhardt. As Keller furious here at the call, trying to buy one off Kyle Wilkins. Tempest power play this season, 13%. So thus far, the Iron City PK at 74%, a number they're trying to improve on. Buffalo, I think, could say the same for theirs. Last year was a phenomenal power play. Kyle Granville, when he was healthy and in the lineup, was a threat along with Spencer Hernsack. Both those guys obviously not in the lineup tonight. So look to the Stewart brothers. Make some magic, and there's Sean Parks in front. Just couldn't get a piece of it. Losel walks that blue line. Gives it down low to Melanson. Melanson, look for him to be one of the shooters. Back to Losel. Shot rebound in front. Bounces off a couple of bodies. And now here comes Jacob Sokolsky with the break one-on-one. Sokolsky dances around his man. Diving effort as he Burkle challenges. Sokolsky takes the net off, but the Tempest bring men the other way. Led by Sean Stewart. Cross to Matt Stewart. Bounces off his stick. As Bellman just couldn't put it out of the zone. Matt Stewart walks in, shot, glove save, rebound, Aqua can clear. Minute 10 to go on the Keller penalty. Burkle comes out to play it. Losel backpedaling, looking to set it up. Couple of changes. Garrett Downey hops onto the ice. Downey dances Chris, works to the outside. Goes behind the net. Rupert gets a stick and it breaks up the initial pass. Downey holds on. Downey to Losel, broken up by Bolu momentarily, and now can be cleared. Bolu to send this one down. Tick, tick, tick. 35 seconds to go on the Keller penalty. Leading the rush is Michael Houlihan. Houlihan working along that right side. Got Brisley in front, along with Downey. Pass work its way over to Losel, but have to touch up on sides. Buffalo only had 4 players in the ice. They'll eventually get Aaron Ventura on now to make it 5-on-4, at least enough for the final 5 seconds. Houlihan walks in, shot, rebound is there, and just couldn't bury it home as Ventura. Keller's set free. An early kill here for Iron City. Keep us a 1-goal affair. Garrett Downey. Pressured by Keller. Top line on the ice for Coach Coulter in the Forge. Garrett Downey walks in a shot. Blocked away by Reifenberg. Ricky Crum in that far corner. Sends it to Dixon. Dixon looking for Keller. A bounce off the Tempest bench. No icing. Ventura was back as well. Dixon has to hold up. Luckily didn't get called there for the offsides. Ventura to Paul to 2. Through the middle, bounces off the stick of Carlisle, and icing is called here on Buffalo at the 8:33 mark. 1-0 Tempest. He missed it. Jason Melanson, the lone goal thus far from Paul to 2.
You need resilience and everything.
Face-off win by Buffalo. The bank off the wall, past Schmidt all the way down. Carlisle to challenge Reifenberg, and Reifenberg with the advantage here. The 8:24. Thank you, as always, to the Scoreboard, official sponsor of the Iron City Forge. Okay, just a couple minutes away from the rink here. Dixon, tie up on the face-off to Crum, back to the point to Schmidt. Schmidt elects the shot through traffic and blocked away. Tempest will play this one to center. Kehoe to Carlisle. Quickly sent in as Keller's stick goes flying. Reifenberg gets bodied behind the net. Dixon. Everyone else to center has Keller. Even numbers. Keller to Crum. Crum struggling with their shot as Burkle comes out and gets a piece of that. Benny Cunningham playing defense tonight. Gives this up to Michael Keller. On the entry, Keller floats it. Loved down there by Ventura. Kept alive by Cunningham at the point. He cleared by Melanson. Iron City will elect the change. Call to 2 back defensively. Gives it up for Melanson. Melanson negates 1, banks it off the wall. Finds a man in a Houlihan, stripped away by Jake Aqua. Sokolsky to Richie Doyle. Turning shot, getting a stick save there was Burkle. Sokolsky turns it over. Corey Kiffner with a break. He got to find the net this season as a 3 assists. Another one of these veterans of the Tempest roster. Mentioned how well the turnover they've had. 21 total returners on their roster, including both goaltender chefs tonight. Aqua can send this one in. Doyle will touch up. David Thiel Colvin. Down low for Kyle Dominsack. Pressured there by Aqua. Sokolsky gets a stick in and push them back further. Sokolsky continuing that drive. Turnover there. And a reverse hit by Aqua. Turning chance saved by Burkle. As slow to his feet as Michael Houlihan. We'll have to keep an eye on him. Backhand chance. Rebound is loose in front for Doyle. Burkle shuts the door. And Doyle with a big hit in the corner as well. 2-on-1 developing. Perez, the lone Tempest player to stay on the ice. That shot goes high and wide. Richie Doyle leaves it off for Bellman. Dances around 1. Looking for help. Tries to go down low to Fry, excuse me. Rupert turns it over to Stewart. Delosier in the lane. As an offsides call. Chase Fry just ahead of the play there.
Will be thrown into the city. Yes. It's the first goal.
The face-off outside the Tempest zone. I'm not sure if the PA audio reaches my microphone or not, but this is a Teddy Bear toss game, so after the first goal is scored by Iron City, Teddy Bears will rain the ice. We'll have a momentary delay to clean those up. Here's Matt Stewart walking in a shot. Rings one off the post as Kraus lays a leveling hit. Ryan Losel underneath now to Matt Stewart. Stewart looking for a lane. Back to the point to Wilkins. Wilkins down low. Stewart shot. That one ricochets along the top of the glass and all the way down. Wilkins. Stewart at center ice. Bolu push that one back to Kraus. 4 goals on the season for Kraus. 2 of them coming on the power play. Fry will just float this one to 7. Finish the change here for Iron City. Perez shuffles this one into the zone. Now we'll head off himself. Reifenberg up the wall for Dixon. Dixon floats it. This one barely getting underneath that small netting. From keeps it onside, walks in, shot, and diving after there by Kyle Wilkins prevents the tying goal. Tempest fans are not. So Tempest fans are very used to seeing that from Kyle Wilkins. One of the best defensive defenders in the APHL. Still put up 2 goals and 12 points last year, being pretty much, I'd say, the Norris caliber defender any team wants. Top line stays out. Dixon, Crum, and Keller. Wilkins floats it to the corner. Reifenberg knocks that one down center. D to Dan Schmidt. Turnover there to Zach Carlisle. Leaves it off. Keller with a break. Down that right wall. Keller floats it on. Save made ×2 for Burkle. And Buffalo now pushes up ice. Garrett Downey. Dancing. Loses that one on the corner. And get it back floated in front. And goes through everybody. Keller can push it out of the zone for Iron City. Dixon. Couldn't complete it. Skylar Brisley with a break. Brisley for Tattoo, floating puck. Eventually knocked down by Brisley. Rebound still loose. And eventually push out the top of that left circle. Moses Ventura slaps this one down underneath the Downey. Downey and Carlisle playing down low for this Tempest offense. Bristly parked in front. They look to go to him. Burkhardt sticks safe. University of Akron goaltender. And now Ricky Crum, the speedy forward of the breakdown ice. Crum trying to dance around to two, and he shuts him down. Final 3 to play. Icing Buffalo. 2:51. The score doesn't say 1-0 Buffalo. We promise it is. We have people cross ice in our penalty box doing the scoreboard for us. A little shorthand crew, a lot of snow in the Pittsburgh area here today. Buffalo with a face-off win. Sokolsky moving in front. Bellman dragged to the ice by Downey. And it'll be the lone Tempest skater up ice. Downey a shot, sails wide of the net. Up for Sokolsky, cross ice winning Doyle. He pushed all the way back to Tempest defense. Floated off the wall. Aqua with a hit. Downey brings it up ice. A shot. Rebound there for Halles. Burkhardt had no idea where it was. Will finally glove it down and hold. Shot 16-14 in favor of Iron City. Scoreboard giving the advantage to the Tempest by 1. Kehoe versus Bellman on the faceoff. Goal in favor of Bellman. Cunningham plays along the wall. Bellman turns it over. Buffalo gets onsides. Kehoe leads the Russell. Shot sails wide of the net. Outlet. Body away by Doyle. Cunningham can get this one out with help from Doyle. Cunningham buried by Kehoe. Recent birthday, Benny Cunningham. A lot of December-born players on this Forge staff / roster. Richie Doyle. For Aqua, flip this one over the Tempest zone. Teal Colvin returns the favor. And City going for some defensive changes. Howlett tumbles, gets it out of the zone. Kehoe will finish the job. Rouse to Rupert. The point to Minsack keeps it alive. Floated in front. A beautiful tip by Ventura. That one pushed wide. And as mentioned, Aaron Ventura, money in front of that net. And so close to netting his first of the season. Melanson to Minsack. Off the boot of Garrett Rupert. And float out behind the play. Ventura and Kraus jousting. The Minsack. Over. Finds a man, Teal Colvin. Gets around Dixon. Final minute to play here. Teal Colvin. A shot over the net. Ricky Crum finds Dixon. Over for Keller on the entry. Keller knocked away by Corey Kiffner. Here's Krause, a shot. That one goes wide of that. Keller sends it around. Final 20 seconds now. Dan Schmidt a shot. And run for Keller, caught in the skates. Wasn't able to pull the trigger. Melanson up ice for Houlihan, cheating down the defense. Still has a chance. Pulls Burkhardt out. Empty net on the side. Forge defense collapsed beautifully to prevent a chance. Final 5. Keller gets it out of the zone. And that's how we'll end period number 1. Buffalo, 1-0 advantage to the dressing room thanks to a Jason Melanson goal in the first 5 minutes. And an evenly matched first period, to say the least. Shots to reflect that 16-15 in favor of Iron City, but the Tempest, as mentioned, with the 1-goal advantage. About a 15-minute break. Be back with period number 2 of Tempest and Forge, the first of 2 games here this weekend from Frozen Pond Arena. We'll be right back. Second period is a go here from Frozen Pond Arena. I'm Cade McCrory. 1-0 Tempest is your score at the moment. Lone goal from Jason Melanson, assisted by Paul Tattoo in the opening couple of minutes of this hockey game. Third meeting of the season between the two clubs, and the first of two on the weekend. 4 consecutive games against each other in terms of the Forge. Buffalo had a couple games sprinkled in there. Here are the Tempest, looking to keep the momentum going from that first period. Carson Burkhart, 14 of 15 thus far. Chris Burke on the other end, 16 out of 16. Here's Ricky Crump. Crump's shot, and that's floated into the netting above Burkle. Brian Wosel getting a piece of it with his stick. Here in 1916, mentioned this is teddy bear toss night. So after the first goal is scored by Iron City, Bears will rain the ice. Dixon kicks it to the point to Dan Schmidt. Quickly over to Reifenberg. Melanson leads the rush into 2-0 with Houlihan. Couldn't get it across. Burkhart maybe getting a piece with that stick. And Dixon loses that battle to Houlihan. Schmidt will come in to help. It's still inside the Iron City zone. Melanson takes the mission, goes in front of chance, and they score. Michael Houlihan beats Burkhart. It's 2-0. Somehow, some way, that sneaks into the back of the net. And Michael Houlihan, another one of those Tempest forwards who's given Iron City some problems, makes this one a 2-goal affair. A little shovel play from Melanson there in front, and Houlihan to just sneak that one in. 2-0 the score. As Houlihan's third of the season from Melanson, his second point of the night. Ventura plays along the wall. Aquad holding to the blue line. Couldn't keep in, retreats back to his defensive zone. Finds Richie Doyle at center. Looking cross ice for Sokolsky. That will go all the way down. Ventura bodied hard by Sokolsky. Ventura pins it. Gets some help there by Sean Stewart. Leaves it off for Perez, who takes a body from Doyle. Down the other way, Matt Stewart leads the rush, trying to open up some space. And fans on the attempt. Cunningham pokes it off the wall, wanting Sokolsky. Will get himself there, wrestling with Perez. Perez will pin him. Out there comes Sean Stewart. Pulls the shot off. That's saved by Burkhart. So he floated out to center ice. Ball to 2 waiting. Quickly up to Matt Stewart. Matt Stewart puts it on Perez. Gets a piece of it. A beautiful save by Burkhart with the pad. Skolsky off for Doyle. Doyle locks in a shot. Goes off a Tempest defender as he gets dragged to the ice by Tattoo. Skylar Brisley looking to open up space. Aqua closes in on him, and we'll float this one out to center to Noah Chris. Noah Chris to chase Fry. Fry turning chance. Brisley all over him. Ventura has some trouble clearing, but does a good out. Carlisle to Brisley. Now for Downey. Downey a shot. That one goes off a piece of the net behind. Brisley to the point. That floats through. Fry on his horse, but Teal Colvin will get to it first. Over for Deminsack. Shakes off a check from Fry. Brisley. Over for Downey. Going up against Denny Bolu. Back to help out his defense. Works his way through the Minsacker shot. Rebound in front. What a save by Burkhart. Zach Carlisle batting it out of the air. And Burkhart the better save to deny him. Zach Carlisle looking for his first goal in his APHL career. Turnover. Bolu trying to find Noah Chris backdoor. Eventually gets him off the bank pass in front for Bolu. Buck boxed away there by Downey. Downey finds Ventura, breakaway. Ventura one-on-one, a shot saved by Burkhart. Rebound poked away by Rupert. Aaron Ventura still battling for that first goal of his season. He got his first last year against the same hockey club. Noah Frist. Couldn't clear to the point. Losel lines up. Blocked by Kraus. Works its way to center. Wilkins will tap it. Back Rupert. Kraus couldn't clear Ventura. Just puts it on net. Blocked by Kraus once more. Frist had a lengthy shift. So is Chase Fry, and still stuck on the ice. Wilkins will clap this one into the zone. Rupert will turn the favor. Oh boy, almost taking out the Buffalo coaching staff. Leave Coach Granville have to get in the way out of that one. Also, Rain Buttersworth on the bench. Got injured a couple weeks ago. Happy to see he's doing okay. One of the glue guys of that Buffalo roster. Kind of call him like a Brad Marchand-esque, always getting under the skin of the opposing players, but a great guy off the ice. Former U.S. military member, just an overall great human being and a really fun hockey player to watch. So prayers up to you, Rain. Hopefully see you back on the ice soon. Referees are going to have a chat here. Those pucks should stay in the Forge defensive zone. Maybe adding some time onto the clock as a possibility. Looks like we're good to go. Stays at 15-17. Dixon, face-off win. Goes around for Keller. Takes off a huge hit there by Brian Losel. Down the other end, Ricky Crump. Close it toward the blue paint, wanting Dixon. Just could not get there in time. Keller off the redirect. Ventura will get a hold of it for Buffalo and be the lone Tempest forward on this rush. Stripped away by Dixon. Both outside the zone, Losel will wait. Waits for his men to get on sides, floats this around the wall for Ventura. Escapes and checked beautifully by Reifenberg. Up for now from Michael Keller. Couldn't get it out of the zone. Keller will bank it down underneath. Reifenberg one more time underneath, did not look, and now the Tempest almost getting possession there. Dixon.
Goal.
And this will float out of play. They're going to say off sticks, no penalty. Goal does read as we thought. Houlihan's fourth of the year from Melanson. No secondary assist on either of the Buffalo goals. Will be in defensive zone draw here for Iron City. Buffalo coming out storming in the second period. Been a problem on home ice for the Forge as second period of play. Been better in the third. Trying to escape this one if they can. AJ Bellman trying to dance his way in the zone. Had Cunningham with him. Unable to get the pass across. Here's Kyle Wilkins. One of the very active defensemen in both ends for Buffalo. One of the veterans of this hockey club, along with Paul Tattoo, Moses Ventura on that back end. Back Benny Cunningham. Along the wall, turnover, wraparound, chance by Wilkins. Burkhardt closes the door. Sokolsky escapes the check. Doyle driving up ice. Pushing his man further along the wall. Sokolsky joins them in that progress. Bellman comes out with it. Dances around one. Gets it across. Trying to find Doyle. Gets it in front for Sokolsky. And just puts it right into Chris Burkle. Burkle shaking up. Looks to be all right. Sokolsky's right in front of his crease. Here's Michael Houlihan, the most recent goal scorer. Escapes one. Puts it on Burkhardt to stop. He floated out of the zone. Richie Doyle at center. Gets around one. 2-on-1 Sokolsky. Doyle looking. Here's Sokolsky and just couldn't bury it past the pad. So close for Iron City to rain these Bears onto the ice. A better stop there by Chris Burkle in desperation. Melanson turns it over. Forge will hold it. Jake Aquat over for Jacob Sokolsky. Sokolsky to center. Into the Buffalo zone. Sean Stewart all over him. Takes it back. Float this one down. Aquat there. Icing is a no. Pressured by Perez. We saw his APHL debut, I believe, last year at the old Iron City home. He's now stuck on the roster ever since. This one out of play here at 12:23, a fast-moving second period.
Happy birthday, Kate.
Yes, I don't know if you heard it. It's my birthday, 23 years young today, 12/13/02. And celebrating here with you guys at Frozen Pond Arena. And the save there by Carson Burkhart. Quick save Burkhart, 12-20 or 12-12, excuse me. Face off on the right circle left of Burkhart. Cleared out of the zone here by Alec Kraus. Over this one goes, the two. Waiting a shot. Floated wide of that. Turning chance there, but Ventura will get it at the far blue line. Rupert lays the body. Bolu joins and takes his man to the ice. As Iron City's physicality ramping up. As this one will go out of play. And this will stay in the Iron City defensive zone. Both teams will get some changes off. Here at the 11:36 mark. Shots now favoring Buffalo 23-17. We talked about the end of the first. Pretty even on the shot totals. Now Buffalo running away with it. Talked about second period struggles. Forge looking to escape that here. Still have half a period to play. Another quick stop there by Burkhart. Mentioned Buffalo, the defending champions. Last year was a phenomenal season for them. So far, 4-5-1. Turnover here to Keller. Walks in backhand, couldn't pull a rebound shot. Goes through the blue paint with no one home. Dixon scores. Rain those teddy bears. Ryan Dixon, who else but the captain to get the Bears onto the ice? An awkward angle shot by Ryan Dixon squeaks its way through Burkle. And now we have some cleanup to do here on the ice surface. An awkward little play off the shoulder of Chris Burkle. And into the back of the net it goes. And there you see all the Bears make their way onto the ice. All these Bears being collected and partnered with the Isaiah 117 House, a non-profit organization providing comforting homes for children, entering foster care, offering them a safe, loving space with food, new clothes, and care while awaiting placement. So that's where all these Bears are heading to, a wonderful cause, Isaiah 117 House. Ryan Dixon's fourth goal of the season. It's a Forge with some life here in period two. Shot from Wilkins through traffic, floats wide of the net. Michael Keller, the lone assist on the Dixon goal. The secondary assists seem to be a non-commodity today. Only one on the back end. I'm not sure if that's true or not. Maybe the referees are just playing that game until he gets official stats later in the week. Here's Garrett Downing walking his way into the zone. Dancing around Schmidt, gets caught up with him. Into skates, poke check by Burkhart, pushes it off to the corner. Ricky Trump Get over towards Dixon. Schmidt lays the body. Crum will come out with it. Crum will just float this one out. This will be an icing on Iron City here at the 10:15 mark. Shots favor Buffalo now 25-19. Big momentum boost here for Iron City in the middle of the second period. And as always, you're looking for internship job here at Iron City Forge, you need www.ironcityforge.com. Join the team. Get some college credit, help you out. Streaming, media, photography, any of that fun stuff. Game day ops, there's opportunities for you. www.ironcityforge.com. Moses Ventura puts one on in front, and a save by Burkhardt as Aaron Ventura parked in front and will draw Reifenberg's attention. As we mentioned many times tonight about Aaron Ventura being in front of that net and how he's not afraid to drop them and get into it, and there he does. That's how you do it. Ball. Ventura is continuing to chat with the Forge in passing. Once again, part of his game. He's done that very well throughout his APHL career. AJ Bellman on the face-off. Win this one for Iron City against Christian Kehoe. 3-on-1. Bellman. Across for Sokolsky, wide of the net. Sokolsky also close twice tonight. Here's Richie Doyle. Over for Benny Cunningham. Niels Ventura coming. These two mixed it up last year, and Ventura all over him there. Sokolsky leads the rush. Has Bellman with them. Can't split Moses Ventura. And Doyle can't keep it in. Ventura brothers, the Stewart brothers, as Doyle lights him up in the far corner. And now Sokolsky and Ventura mix it up in front of the Forge bench. Penalty coming up as now Tattoo takes down Doyle, and it's going to draw some love in that left corner. Everyone in that far corner. We'll see who they take out of this. As we know, there's at least one Buffalo penalty out of it, with Burkhardt skating to the bench. And then Doyle's helmet goes off from Tattoo. So we'll see what else happens. Looks like it might be Aaron Ventura with a penalty. As Coach Coulter down to the door to talk with the referees. He's upset with something, and Aaron Ventura is the one to go to the box. The Forge faithful very happy. As Dixon, Kraus, Wilkins, Losel, Keller, all the captains awaiting by the penalty box to see what prevails out of this. It seems like just the Ventura penalty will be called. It's 2 minutes for cross-checking will be the call. They'll be the one in that battle against Sokolsky along the Forge bench. And often prevailed out of the Tattoo and Doyle scrum along with Doyle and Ventura earlier in the play. So an Iron City power play about to get underway, 19% thus far on the season. Kraus with a pair, Dixon with one, Keller with one, Aqua with one. Dixon on the face-off, Kraus, Crum, Bellman, Rupert and Keller, the P units. Quick clear there by Kyle Wilkins, doing what he does best, getting the puck out of his zone. Here's Dixon. Over for Crum. On the entry, Crum walks in shot, high shot there. Burkle with the stop. Big hit throw in the corner. Penalty coming up on Alec Kraus as Vosel takes exception. And 29 seconds into the power play, we're on to 4-on-4. And shaken up is one of the Tempest players. They're trying to talk. In that far corner is a quick 180. The last minute between these two. Both teams up to their benches in frustration after a lot boiling over. And maybe it's something we didn't see during the original matchup between these two just a couple weeks ago. Led to this point. Sorry if some profanity does slip through from the crowd around us. We are in the heart of it. Here, just right at center ice in our little broadcast booth. I'm not sure how well our surround sound is, but we do apologize if anything does squeak its way through. Not from me, of course. So 4-on-4 for a minute 31 begins now in the INC defensive zone. Aqua tied up with Stewart. Buffalo plays this to the point. Losel. Down for Stewart. Shot rebound in front. Digging for it and covered. There by Burkhardt in some pain. Is Jake Aqua holding his stomach area. Might be hand. I'm not sure, but a little slow to his feet. Well, the Forge star defenseman this year. In his rookie year, looks to be all right now to get off the ice under his own power. Minute 12 of 4-on-4 remains. Ella, face-off win. Schmidt couldn't bank it out of the zone. It'll work its way over to Benny Cunningham. The speedy two-way player. Tries to feed Keller through the middle. Does not get to him, and now Sean Stewart leads the rush for Buffalo. Drop past the Losel, has the lane, takes it. Saved by Burkhardt. Puck loose is covered. Gonna be held on here with 49 seconds to go on the 4-on-4. Completely got word on the official Kraus penalty. On what it was, we assume something along the lines of an interference or a rough. See our angle in the left side here is a little rough to see exactly. The fans in the way along with the corners. Not really even the best to see here from our angle. Right corner pretty good. Left corner not so much. Shot by Downey, blocker stop there. Chase Fry. Oliver Wilkins. Pass over to Losel. His shot stick save. Rebound comes out. He floated off the stick of Denny Bolu to center ice. Losel off of Downey to Houlihan. Houlihan dancing around, won a shot off the stick of Reifenberg into the ceiling. 15 seconds of 4-on-4 to go. After that, 31 seconds of power play time for Buffalo. After Ventura will be set free, and then Kraus will have to sit a little bit longer. Reifenberg. Rocks by Kiffner. Gets it up towards Frystick. This will go to center ice and should do it for Ventura's penalty, as now Buffalo's 30-second power play begins. Almost too many men with a late change by Buffalo. They escape this one. Houlihan walks in shot. He scores. Power play goal by Michael Houlihan, his second of the game. And it's 3-1 Buffalo. Michael Holohan once again finding the back of the net. Goal number 5 on the year, second of the game, already doubling almost his total on the season. Nice little power play goal here. Just dances his way in and just sneaks it through the short side of Burkhardt. Forge looking to answer quickly here. Only have 6:40 to go here in the second. Make a statement once again. Tom Howland pushed it to the point. Teal Colvin couldn't hold on. And we're just setting this one in. Tempest on sides can continue their chase. Aqua to Doyle. It's center ice. Kehoe turns it over to Aqua. Good to see him back on the ice after getting shaken up. Here's Bellman. To the point, Aqua's shot floats its way down into the corner. Sokolsky there. He's been snake bitten twice tonight. Aqua a shot through traffic, and somehow Burkle reads it. And now Doyle gets the attention of 4 Tempest players. And Doyle will be pulled out of that scrum, almost going for a 1v4 there. And at the heart of it again is Aaron Ventura. Garrett Downey gets the assist on the Holohan second goal. It's Coach Granville having a chat with the far referee behind the play. Trying to get another call in favor of his team. Shots favoring 32-21 Buffalo. I heard the words out of control from the Buffalo bench. I'm not saying that's an understatement. Thus far, the second period's been wild and wonderful. Ricky Perez leading the possible 2-on-1. Aqua breaks it up. And Thrawn looking for Sean Stewart. That puck bounces around to the point. Theo Colvin floats it on. And it'll be covered up by Burkhardt. That Buffalo bench has not sat down a couple of minutes. Really feeling the energy from this physicality that they've thrived on the last 2 seasons. You mentioned a guy like Rain Buttersworth being out of the lineup. The last little bit is the game that he thrives in. It's good to see if you're a Buffalo fan, other guys step up in that role. If you're Iron City, you've seen Richie Doyle and you've seen Alec Krause and a couple others getting Nixon up. Not letting things go unanswered. Ryan Dixon. Couldn't find a man there. To be picked off by Matt Stewart. Floats it to center, and now Ricky Perez on his lonesome, blocked by Keller. From floats it out, finds Dixon. Dixon trying to dangle around to Minsack. He floated along the wall. Garrett Rupert keeps it in. Sean Stewart with it now. Takes it off the stick of Perez all the way down. Alec Krause will pick it up. Keller cherry picking behind the defense. Krause going to leave this one off. Now Keller heads off for a change. Delosier at center. Battling along the wall, digging for that box. Going to get some reinforcement with Dixon. And now Noah Chris pushes it into the zone. Forge bench loving the effort out of their team owner. Dixon banks it off the wall. The Lows are racing to it, continues to drive it down. Big hit thrown there by Noah Chris. Chris yet to have a goal yet this season. Made his impact in other areas. Be covered up there by Burkhardt here at 4-11. 3-1 the score, 3 goals in this period. Michael Holohan, his 4th from Melanson, followed by an Iron City answer from Dixon, his 4th of the year from Keller. And then Holohan's 2nd on the power play. Goal number 5 on the year from Garrett Downey. Carlisle floats underneath the Bristly, looking in front, no one home. Chris there to intercept for Iron City. Elias gets this one out to center ice. Brisley, the ball to 2, sends it in. Dan Schmidt waiting. Clears it along the wall. Chris can't get it out completely. With some help from Bolu, they can push this out to the Tempest defensive zone. The center taps that one in. And now on the chase. To 2. Goes to Brisley. Gets through the stick of Doyle. Houlihan to it first for Buffalo. Houlihan gets crunched by Doyle. Schmidt joins in. Down low, looking in front, no one home. Back to the far corner. Schmidt takes away the lane. Delosier can't get it out. A long shift for him. Downey tries to split the defense. That one squeaks behind Burkhardt, but behind the net. And icing here on Iron City here at the 3:01 mark. B-zone draw for Iron City. Kiffner ties up on the face-up, beautifully drawn up for Houlihan, dancing a shot, and he scores. Hat-trick goal, Michael Houlihan. 3 goals in the second period. It's 4-1 Buffalo. Houlihan on another level in this period, doubling his goal total on the year in just one period of play. Just a beautiful set play by Corey Kiffner and a beautiful move by Houlihan. Buries it. 4-1 Buffalo. Back live, under 3 to go. Melanson sends it underneath. Stumbling there is Aquat. Tempest control. Houlihan feeling it, backhand, floats it towards and then almost squeaks its way through. Kiffner, the lone assist on that goal. That was mentioned earlier, has not scored yet this year, but 3 assists, now making 4 on the air, and an important one there for Buffalo. Melanson. Off for Losel. Through center. That escapes its way through somehow as Cunningham trying to pinch into the play. Melanson. Turning, looking for a man in front of Kehoe. That'll bounce to Sokolsky. Quickly up for Keller. Goes through his skate. No icing. As he harasses Losel. Losel clears it down to the Iron City zone. Back is A.J. Bellman. Bellman dances around 1. Holding. Cross ice looking for Kraus. Howlett. Can't clear it. Keller. Holding. Looking in front for Sokolsky. Couldn't reach his man. Losa will float it to center. Looking for Ventura. Icing is waved up. Aaron Ventura. Digging against Benny Cunningham. Turnover here. Dixon. 1:15 to go in the period. Leads a 3-on-2. Dixon shot, glove save, and a beauty by Burkle. And he holds on here with 1:09 to go. Sokolsky dragged the ice by Losel. As Losel has mixed it up a lot here in period number 2. It's Ventura, Losel both having a chat with the Iron City bench. It's been that line all night long. Has been digging in the Iron City skin. Off the draw, winning and forward. Chance there by Dixon. Almost crosses its way through. Crum a chance as well, denied by Burkle. Final minute of play here. The mid-sack banks it off the wall. Finds Ricky Perez. Beat knocked down by Garrett Rupert. Close to a high stick. It's not called. To the point, Teal Colvin. Sends this one underneath. Kraus to get to it first for Iron City. Up for Michael Keller. Keller digs its way out. Had Dixon. Missed him. And Tempest will float this one back to the forward zone. Final 30 seconds of play. Rupert Put and clear. Over to Perez. A shot blocked away by Krause. Forge will dump it, and this will result in an icing. Be whistled dead with 13.3 to go. You imagine Tempest in full send mode here with very little time to try to make this a 4-goal lead heading to the dressing room. See the defense kind of pinching their way in. Perez lining up behind the center. Goes to him. Perez shot, pad save, rebound, and they score. Arced in front and into the back of the net. Sean Stewart, one of the rookies, 5-1 Buffalo. Stewart's 6th of the season. We've said time and time again what a season he has had since joining the team. Just a loose rebound into the back of the net. As the Minsack will hold, gets a flying check from Bellman. Keller, as the draw expires, shot it way after the whistle, and the crowd will join in front of the door. As Teal Colvin taking exception and Bellman just trying to get his team off the ice. A disappointing second, but they do get one. It starts with a goal from Houlihan, and then a response by Ryan Dixon for Ryan City, and then 3 unanswered. 2 Houlihan goals to get a hat trick, along with that last goal there by Sean Stewart. So, 15-minute break. As the Forge look to cool the tempers, and Buffalo enjoying themselves a 4-goal lead as they head into the dressing room. We'll be back in 15 minutes with period number 3 of Buffalo and Iron City. Third period of play here from Frozen Pond Arena. Going to be covered up here by Burkle. So we apologize if our camera does go out here in a moment. Oh, maybe we found a charger. Hopefully found a charger. Forgot to plug the camera in. That would have been very good to know before Mr. Dale and I got up here. We need to charge our iPad. So hopefully that this cord works and we do not lose the stream here in a little bit, but keep going if we can't get this to work and go to a radio call. So bear with us for a moment here. We try to figure things out. 19-20 here in period 1. 5-1 the score in favor of the Tempest. It's a very active second period with 5 goals being scored.
Long plug.
Oh, wait, we found a charger. Look at that. Beautiful. All right, we're not losing the stream, everybody. What a great birthday gift right there. We're not losing the stream. We'll see if anything boils over. It was a very, very physical second period between these two. Salting in a couple penalties. Dixon trying to go the middle to Doyle. Be broken up by the Tempest. And leading the rush here is Sean Stewart. Stewart to the point to Paul to 2. Winds up shot through traffic into the upper part of Carson Burkhardt, but makes the save. Shots at this point 40-23 in favor of the Tempest. Absolute onslaught of shots in favor of the blue and whites. See a lot of Michael Houlihan fans in the comment section representing Tempest. Well, you guys are always in the comments, you Buffalo Tempest fans. Very, very passionate fan base, I will say, by the Tempest. Some of the best fans I've come across in the APHL. As a penalty coming up here to Sokolsky for a slash, and the Tempest head to the power play. One power play goal already tonight for Buffalo, and that came off the stick of Michael Houlihan. He will not be on the ice to start this power play. The Stewart brothers, Kiffner, Losel, and Melanson, as the forged penalty kill looks to answer here early in the third. Tied up draw, goes to the point, Losel keeps it alive. Here's Matt Stewart. Find the point to Losel, a shot through traffic, rebound for Sean Stewart. Will corral in that left corner. To the top of the left circle to Matt Stewart. Cross ice to Jason Melanson. Chase Fry draws his attention. Shot there by Melanson, and a save by Burkhardt through traffic. 1:37 to go on the Sokolsky penalty for a slash. Corey Kiffner, one of the best face-off takers in the APHL, does it again. Stewart off to give him Melanson, now over to Losel, down low to Melanson. Working in the middle of that circle. Cross ice to Matt Stewart, pass a little ahead, resets. Without a stick is Burkhardt. Melanson looking to open up space, a shot there, saved by Burkhardt. Second chance in front, goes to Chase Fry, and can get that one cleared to center. Half the penalty killed thus far by Iron City. A couple chances against Burkhardt, all have been answered. Matt Stewart leaves it off for Losel, gets around Denny Bolu. Losel takes this one behind the net. To a leadership role this season. Over to Stewart, down low Melanson. Creeps his way in, now goes underneath. Goes for the Michigan, that one sails wide. Sean Stewart. Back to Matt Stewart, the point to Losel, down low, wanting Sean Stewart in stride. That one goes past his stick. Melanson quickly plays up to the point. A shot there, pad save, rebound bounces past the stick of Corey Kiffner. Gonna go all the way to center ice, and now to 20 seconds of power play time. INC changing, and a fan pass there by Matt Stewart. Losel, hurry up and get back. Aaron Ventura dangles. Still holds on, looking, a shot there blocked by Garrett Rupert. to the point of low, so penalty is killed. Sokolsky back onto the ice. Bellman flying, loses his stick trying to make a hit. Bellman one more time gets dragged down by Houlihan. Turnover, Ventura shot, Downey a shot, and he scores. Garrett Downey makes it 6-1 Buffalo just as the penalty expires. You felt Garrett Downey was due. He's been all over the puck tonight and finally gets rewarded for his efforts. And Buffalo running away with this one in the third period. Battle break and upstairs goal by Downey. 7th goal of the season for number 16, one of the rookies on this squad. Played for Niagara in the GOJHL, the top junior leagues in Canada. It's Niagara being right along the border of Buffalo, New York. Drop play, Keller. It's it up for Ricky Crum. Drop pass, Dixon. Dixon dancing around one. Puts one towards the front. A shot there by Keller. Bounces his way off Burkle and Watt. About how well Chris Burkle has played tonight and he has all season long, being the backbone of this Tempest goaltender. Shot there by Dixon, floats off into the corner. Units of Buffalo's had an answer for almost every shot the Forge have tried to take. Rupert leaves it off. No one there. And it'll be picked up by Tom Hallett momentarily. Here's Ryan Dixon. Feels the pressure, goes underneath the Rupert. He has some trouble with it. Hallett tumbles to the ice. Underneath is Kehoe for the wraparound. Wouldn't put that one on nets. Crum just looks to throw this one to center. He can. Well, waiting there are the Tempest. Howlett slaps this one down. Krause leaves it off the stick of Burkhardt. Or Bellman. It's the Forge skinning each other's way here. First game in a while for the Forge, as we mentioned. They haven't played since that weekend in Buffalo in early November. Here's A.J. Bellman. Puts one on into the breadbasket, and Burkle makes the save. Deminsek gets dragged to the ice and takes Sokolsky with him.
Goals from Buffalo Tempest. Scored by number 16, Garrett Downey. Assisted by number 18, Aaron Ventura. Number 92, Skylar Grizzly.
Downey's goal assisted by Ventura, Aaron that is, along with Skylar Brisley. So there we go. We asked in the second period if they're never going to give a secondary assist. They do. Here's Houlihan. Will dance in his own zone. Turnover there to the stick of Richie Doyle. Back for Reifenberg. Sends it up, wanting Bellman. Goes through him, Wilkins waiting. Fans, Sokolsky dancing, puts it on. Rebound, Burkle clamps down to make the save. A very rare turnover by the Tempest defense, and Burkle has an answer on Jacob Sokolsky, who's had many chances to bury one tonight and has not been on his side. Three goals on the season for the first three APHL players here for Sokolsky. Richie Doyle battling away with Wilkins as those two joust away. Wilkins gets to the back of Doyle, and those two continue to dance behind the play. Sokolsky will get his own pass quickly up that right wing wall, takes the shot, saved by Burkle as he a little trouble holding his edges. Bellman can't squeak his way through, and Jason Melanson breakaway the other way. Melanson, pad saved by Burkhardt. Jake Aqua getting back and helping prevent that play. Here's Holohan, has 3 tonight so far. Gets clamped down and a broken stick by Aquat. And Holohan takes advantage and scores again. Goal number 4 on the night. My, oh my, have a game. Michael Holohan has just been everywhere and taking advantage of these pucks. And 7-1, Buffalo. It's a very bad break for Iron City off the Aqua broken stick. And now the Forge looking for answers as Fry gets hit by his own man in Bolu, and a goaltending changes. Nick Lyon is making his APHAW. Bolu off the side of the net, turning chance there by Fry. Save there by Burkle. 47 shots Burkhardt faced. Here's Matt Stewart. Stewart dances the outside of Sean. Cunningham collapses on him, gets the block. Got the live down by Sean Stewart. Stewart, backhand off of Bolu's skate, and this will be pushed to center ice. Holohan's 4th goal of the game, 7th of the season, assisted by Jason Melanson. Here at the 12-minute mark. Noah Chris floats it on. Getting a piece of that one was Burke. Count that as a save. Danny Cunningham, one of the leaders of this team, showing some love to Burkhardt on the bench. Nothing he could have really done. The Akron alum in the net tonight. Stick save made by Burkle. All to 2. Gives it up here for Ricky Perez. Dancing through center into the zone. A shot there. A save by Lyon. Tempest hold possession. Stewart. Saved by Lyon. He will hold here at 11:07. First 2 saves. Hardest saves in making your debut is the first one. He's handled it very well, did Nick Lyon. Dixon uses that draw. Teal Colvin floats it in the skates of Carlisle, and the Forge can clear this one to center. From trying to push his way past the defender, Skylar Brisley all over it. Back for David Teal Colvin. Sends this one in. Carlisle the first 2 for Buffalo. Gets met by Sokolsky and Kraus. Shot from the point. Goes wide by Kyle Dominczak, one of the other assistant captains. Caught along that corner. Downey. Can't keep it in for his team, but holds possession at center. He gets a hold of Dixon. Still caught in the skates. Sokolsky with a break. Around Teal Colvin along that right wall. Looks to go through the middle. Backhand chance and a save by Burkle. Dixon gets it off the turnover. Looks to dance his way forward. Kept alive the blue line by Rupert. Underneath Sokolsky. Gets clipped in passing. And now the Tempest storm up ice. A speedy Skylar Brisley. Over for Downey. He scores. Downey, 2 goals in the 3rd period. 8-1 Buffalo. Remnants of last season, Buffalo just taking control on every opportunity they get. And now they hold themselves with a 7-goal lead. It all starts with a play from Skylar Brisley to take this up ice and get it over to his man to finish it off, and Garrett Downey. Downey's 2nd in the game, 8th of the season, assisted by Brisley. Doyle gets dragged to the ice, loses his helmet again. He'll be sent to the bench. Is Buffalo saying he didn't have a chin strap on, hence why the helmet keeps coming off. 8-1 the score. You wonder at some point if someone does decide to drop the mitts. Bank off the wall to center ice. Quickly played in by Buffalo. Dan Schmidt holding behind the play. Feels pressure now from Howlett. Moves this puck along the wall. Ahead of Chase Fry. Now the forward, Streifenberg to Fry at center. Will tap it into the zone. A miscommunication as the Forge offense in shambles, not really sure which way to go. Reifenberg. Fry gets crunched along the far wall, and he's going to draw some attention. Getting hammered there by Wilkins. Laying a hammer. As Fry never even got a chance to get the gloves off. And now Bellman and Ventura talking. Fry not even having a chance there, with Kyle Wilkins laying a beating. Fry is going to need some attention in that far corner. Because you got to feel he's an absolute beating. Fries off the ice in a heap of pain after an absolute beating by Wilkins, and you have to assume the APHL is going to take some disciplinary action after that. I know review wasn't the greatest, and they're going to try to review, but you imagine Fry's night is done, maybe going to concussion protocol. As we said, Wilkins just laying an absolute beating on the head of Fry, who never got a chance to defend himself. Just kind of had to turtle. Happy to see he was okay, but it took a very long time to get off the ice. The trainer had to go out, and Wilkins is in the box. Someone will have to serve an Iron City penalty. He said you have to wonder if the APHL watching, if something happens there. If Fry took his gloves off, it's a little bit of a different story, but you know, from our angle, it's kind of hard to see. It looks like he did it. Yeah, I disagree. Our fans did not do a very good job with that either, all above 18. I do not take accountability or accept the behavior of them as well. You do remember the old ice connection. Old times, now frozen pond. Here's Ricky Crum. He scores. Ricky Crum with a response. The little horns down, 8-2. You wanted an answer from Iron City. There you have it. As Ricky Crum gets on the board, one of the Iron City players that was due to get something going off the breakaway. 4th goal of the season, an absolute beauty. Of course, sorry we didn't catch that on camera. A lot happening. A lot happening here at Frozen Pond. Here's Denny Bolu with a break. Bolu, speed. Misses just wide on Burkle. The point, Aqua shot blocked by Kiffner, and he's in a heap of pain. Got him right in the spot above the ankle. Back for Stewart. Shot sails high over the nets. Cleared by Aqua, looking for Crum up high. Just past his stick. Sean Stewart leads the rush for Buffalo. Bolu sends it up off the stick of Crum, and he'll race to it. A set play. I think Iron City could use more. Try to get Crum in some space. You know, very good in open areas. Number 6 in the black and gold. Michael Holohan to Jason Melanson. 2 other players very good with a lot of room. Melanson. Drop pass. Stewart. Back to Melanson. Just wide. On a long ball behind the net. Rupert ties up his man. Dixon. Out wide to Sokolsky. Sokolsky holding in front of the Buffalo bench. Back up high to Dixon. Dixon plays it to his backhand. Escapes the check, then tumbles. Belmont underneath. Leaves it for Sokolsky. Back up high to Rupert. A shot deflected off a couple of bodies and ends up on the stick of Ricky Perez. 6:40 to go. Out comes Nick Lyon. Over for Rupert. As that will hit off the ceiling in favor of Buffalo. There'll be a face-off here to the left circle, right of Nick Lyon. 4 goalies on the Forge roster. Mentioned Nick Lyon making his APHL debut, coming in relief of Carson Burkhart. Wonder what boils over into tomorrow's matchup. This one's seemingly over. Buffalo will improve to 5-5-1. Forge will fall to 3-4. A very interesting night here at Frozen Pond Arena. Line will hold. Get a whistle here at 6:14. You wonder with the goaltending matchup who goes again tomorrow. We've seen Buffalo ride Burkle, but they do have Gianni Dalton being back up tonight. We've seen him play against the Forge before and has been successful, so maybe he gets a start tomorrow afternoon. As for the Forge, we don't know the status with Cody Silvas or Freddie Dorman, or if they ride either Lyon or Burkhart again. It's, you know, every team carrying 4 goaltenders. You're not really sure how they divvy up the games and who's available in these contests. Here's Garrett Downey. The point to Ventura. Back to Downey. Downey shot through traffic, blocked away by Bowler. Reifenberg got mixed up with Carlisle as the ceiling plays victim yet again for the Forge. Michael Keller in disbelief. If you're a Forge fan, we talked about in the first game against Thousand Island, which seems like forever ago, that the ceiling is very low here at Frozen Pond, and some of those dumb plays that you see in other rinks just don't work here. So you also see Matt Delogier's night is done as well. I'm not sure what happened there, but Forge now down with these 2 bodies with Chase Fry and Matt Delogier. Fry is in the penalty box, looking okay. I'm not going to say good, I'll say okay. He's sitting on his own with the trainer in there. Michael Keller's play is intercepted by Ventura. Aquanars cannot keep that in. He'll move that one back to Benny Cunningham. Cunningham works his way in, tumbles on the entry, and the Tempest can't clear. That one will go into the netting and will be stuck. Well, and we'll see if we can get someone get a souvenir on their way out here tonight. Be an ozone draw for Iron City. 5:07 to go. Yeah, everyone ticking the time down until the end of this hockey game and reset again for tomorrow. Benny Cunningham will float that one in. Back is Cunningham. The men set for Howlett. Turns over to Dixon. Tries to dance his way in, loses it, and tumbles to the ice. Back is Benny Cunningham. Cunningham fanning. We'll get this over to Aqualad. He's very short numbers for INC now, as mentioned. We saw injuries and piling up on the forward side of things. Here's Ricky Crum trying to drive his way in. So he bounced to the blue line. Dixon keeps it turning. Chance deflected by Sokolsky wide of the net. Ventura clears this one the length. Icing Buffalo. 3:59. You're in period 3. Forge can change, Tempest cannot. And so guys like Tom Hallett try to sneak their way off the ice. Referee was all over it. So one more whistle. And Fry and Wilkins will be set free after 5-minute fighting majors assessed to both. Here's Bellman, turning shot, kick saved by Burkle. This one will go the length, and another icing call. So that unit for Buffalo will remain on the ice with Ventura, Howlett, and Keogh. So Wilkins is set free. Fry is staying in the box. So at least Buffalo has another number to their disposal here. Doyle keeps it alive for Iron City. Over to Bellman. Turned over by Ventura. And Buffalo will be able to change. Out comes Lyon to play it. Bellman flips it over, a trailing Tempest forward. Up for Noah Chris, kept alive at the blue line. It's Michael Houlihan, walks in shot. High over there and gets toppled down by a trio of Forge players. As Bellman looking a little shaken up, headed to the bench as well, as see if his status changes throughout the rest of this game. Mosel down for Houlihan, trying to stutter step Rupert, takes him to the ice. Bolu around the wall to Sokolsky. Leaves it off for Bolu with speed. Bolu still trying to find his way over to Keller. Out of his reach. We've seen a mixed match of lines. Ryan City, you wonder what sticks, what doesn't. We've seen that Keller from Dixon line stay together for majority of the season. Been broken up here in this third period. Denny Bolu probably going to see an increased role on this team. One of the veterans, one of the leading scorers of this team last year. A little quiet in terms of point production. They want to get him going. Keller, focus on that. Burkle will hold with 2:26 to go. Burkle 33 of 34, or 32 of 34, excuse me, thus far tonight. I think I'm going to improve on that save and goal against numbers. That is already looking like one of the best in the APHL thus far. Dixon. Got the Keller to the point to Reifenberg. Shot blocked by Stewart. Keller one more time getting in the lane there is Ventura. And a chance there. Dixon will score. His second of the game. 8-3. .216 to go. Dixon second. Not impossible for a comeback, but not saying it's likely either. Little backhand, little beauty by the captain. Second of the game, fifth of the year. Is 8-3 the score. Dixon. Over. Sokolsky fires. Burkle will hold. Here with exactly 2 to go.
Goals from your Iron City Forge. Assisted by number 4 from Michael Keller. Town goal 216.
Keller, the lone assist on the goal. His second assist in the night. Teal Colvin. Well, it's this one. Perez battling along that wall with the right for Aqua, excuse me. Forge keeping it momentarily. Turnover. Dixon dangling in front for Sokolsky, just past the stick. Sokolsky oh so close on multitude of plays tonight. Underneath Sean Stewart, final 90 seconds to play. Stewart loses it to Keller, will float this one to center. As a tumbling Tempest defender, Sokolsky drives in, looking shot, save Burkle. Closing off that side and holding with 1:11 to go. Both teams will get some changes. Bellman onto the ice. Still looks like he's kind of laboring that leg. Able to finish this hockey game. In the corner, Dixon still staying out there. A lengthy shift for him. Back to the point to Cunningham. Fires one towards the net. Floated and denied by Garrett Downey. Up for Skylar Brisley. Down for Downey, walks in shot high over the nets. Downey looking for the HT, as is Ryan Dixon. Shot from the point, floated, rebound there for Downey. Goes behind the net. Closed off, rebound still loose. Downey loses it. Crum can't get it out of the zone. Aqua gets a hold of it. There's some speed down that left wall. Puts one on, save made, rebound. Crum is waiting at the blue line. Brisley can't clear it out. Bellman leaves it up for Doyle, broken up by Brisley. Now 15 seconds to go. Downey for Brisley, broken up. Carlisle holding top of the circle. Final 7 seconds to go. Carlisle. Downey, hold, shot, wide of the net. As Crum to just tap this out. And the Tempest with a massive victory here tonight. Versus the Forge, an 8-3 smackdown. 36 saves for Chris Burkle as he improves to 5-3 on the year. As the Tempest improves to 5-5-1. Forge will fall 3-4 on the year. They'll battle again tomorrow at 12:30 Eastern Time. As the Forge will salute their fans off the ice. Dixon with a pair along with Ricky Crum. It's for Buffalo. Michael Houlihan with 4 goals. Along with a goal by 2 goals, by Garrett Downey. 1 from Jason Melanson and 1 by Sean Stewart. Nick Lyon got into the game here, make his APHL debut in relief of Carson Burkhart. So you hope Chase Fry's all right after a little scuffle in the third period. Tempest 8, Forge 3, the final tonight. Thanks for joining us here on the Saturday afternoon on my 23rd birthday. Drop happy birthday if you're still with us, and let's do it again tomorrow, shall we?